I'm Adventure Man, Ron Spellman. Thanks for joining me. I'm just a regular guy filling my life with adventure, showing you how to do it too. Right now I'm in the United Arab Emirates, in the desert about 2.5 hours south of Abu Dhabi. It's a region called Liwa. I'm hiking right now on the property of a friend I made out here named Salem. He's invited me many times to come camp here. He has a really nice campsite back down yonder. It's really a traditional Bedouin desert campsite. But unfortunately, he isn't able to meet me here tonight. And this is my only night off this week. So I am going to take him up on his hospitality and hike a little bit further onto his property, a little bit further into the desert. Going down this little bit of a valley here, up and over big sand dune hill, kind of like that one, down into another valley, a little bit like that one there, except a little more secluded. And that will be my first time doing some real desert backpacking. I'm pretty excited. So go ahead, grab your gear, lace up your boots. Whew, let's go on an adventure. I drove about 2.5 hours south and southwest from Abu Dhabi down to the Liwa Oasis area. It's this long stretch of villages and oases on the edge of the Rub al-Khali, which is one of the world's great deserts. It stretches from the UAE across large parts of Saudi Arabia and even into Oman. And I fell in love with this area. It is so beautiful. So I decided I wanted to camp overnight. I've made it all the way across the first valley from where I parked, way over there. Should be a bit of a little off-road track through the sand here, and that'll take me over into the next valley. From there, and I gotta climb those big hills yonder. Should be a bit of a hike. Also, the sun is sinking. I really have maybe only another half hour before actual sunset, which should give me a good 45 minutes to an hour of light. It's not as far as it looks. It's maybe about maybe 2 miles. I'll probably be coming in when the light's pretty dim. Unfortunately, I got to a late start today, but I should be able to make it. Let's find out. This area, the Liwa area, has quickly become one of my favorite places on earth. It is so beautiful here. It's very stark, as you can see, but just the shapes, the contrast between the shadow and the color, especially, we should have a pretty good sunset here in a little while that I'll get to share with you, hopefully. Not to mention the sunrise tomorrow. Really is a beautiful thing. Can't wait. All right, off there in the distance is the camel farm. It's that vehicle driving away. That was the welcome wagon. A couple nice ladies with all their boys hanging on the side of the truck came out to check me out, see who I was. So I told them. They seemed okay with it. So on we go. So I'm making good time. Make my way up this pass to the valley on the other side. These tracks are as good as any blazed trail. And there below me is the camels. So I'm a little further on. And all these are camel tracks and camel poop. I have a feeling I might be camping out in their pasture tonight. Well, I've definitely slept in worse places. I just checked the map. I thought I was going to pass under this great big dune wall shelf, and it turns out this is it. This thing, it's hard to get the scale without somebody standing next to it, but it can't be more than 75 feet high. I was expecting something more on the lines of like maybe 100 or 2. Now granted, I wouldn't want to have to hike up the face of it. I thought this was going to be the hardest part of the hike by looking at the map, but it's actually turned out to be quite manageable for a change. Usually it's the other way around. I think it's going to be easy and it turns out to be hella hard. Fortunately, not this time. So I'm finally coming into this valley that I was aiming for. It's just about to get dark pretty soon, so I'm not gonna shoot a lot of video right now. I might check in once I get the tent up, but I do want to conserve the battery. Well, turns out that wasn't actually the valley. It's a little valley before the valley. Should be able to make it just before dark, I hope. Good morning. I just woke up, crawled up out of the tent here, and it is foggy. Weird, not what I expected, but I slept great. About 7 o'clock last night, I heard all kinds of, heard some loud noises and a lot of lights. 4 or 5 guys came tearing through here in their 4x4s. Doing some off-roading, flashing them out the light just to let them know I'm here, not to run me over in the dark. Yeah, they were wheeling around in the dunes for about an hour. They said they were camping out down the valley here, so I might go in an hour or 2 and go say hi to my neighbors. But for now, I'm gonna wake up, have breakfast. Might climb up to the top of this dune, see if we're getting any kind of sunrise, although with these clouds, I doubt it. Yeah, let's go take a look. Well, it's not going to be much of a sunrise today, although it is pretty in its own way. Camel farmers coming to visit me. There they are. Well, I had some breakfast, watched the camels go by. Now I think it's going to be time to pack up camp. And as always, I'm going to try to use leave no trace practices. I'm packing out all the garbage, all the food garbage. I had a couple of MREs. Everything's all packed up nice and neat to carry out. Make sure I police up after myself. The only thing you should leave are footprints. The only thing you should take are memories and photographs. Alright, back on the trail. Headed back. Just follow my footsteps in reverse for the most part. Should be going a little more uphill, so good thing I got some good rest last night. Nothing but footprints and camel poop on the way back. And of course, the beautiful scenery. Alright, there's my neighbors from last night. Well, I'm going to get over that way. If it's easy enough to get up to them, I'll go say good morning. Otherwise, I'm going to truck right by through the valley there. We'll see. Alright, so I visited for a minute. A bunch of nice guys. Anyways, yeah, they're out having an adventure of their own. Those are the guys I saw them zipping around last night. Heard them getting stuck and playing around in the sand and having a good time. So, high time for me to get back on the trail. I'm almost back. If I Car is right over there. This is where I started. And that's it. Made it back to my car, no problem. That was a nice hike and a nice night camping. Just want to remind all you guys out there, whenever you're doing something like this, always make sure that any risks you take are well and calculated. If you're going out into the wilderness, make sure you're letting somebody know where you're going, when you expect to be back. Show them on a map where you're going if you can. Google Maps, especially the satellite view, is great for that. And this turned out to be a successful little overnight. It was good. Thanks for watching, and thanks for coming on this little trip with me. If you are in the market for your own adventuring gear, especially some hammocks, please check out the link in the description below for Madeira Outdoor. They're a great hammock company. If you click on that link, it'll be, and if you make a purchase, it'll be helping me out a whole lot, and I appreciate it. Otherwise, I really also appreciate you watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you'll know right away next time I post a new adventure. But in the meantime, I'm Adventure Man Ron Spellman. So long for now.